Welcome back. Never shut up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley over here about to funk up some comments. Yeah, but first, got to give y'all some love for this Friday swag away. It's right here. Woo! Bruce Smith says something about me. What? Oh my God, not Bruce. And whoever guesses when we go exactly, date and time, are 100K. You get some of these. These are the playing cards of me, or you get this jersey. I wonder if they aren't even on the same level. You're like, hey dog, either give me both or just give me the jersey. You're like, ain't nobody picking no cards over no jersey, you ignorant, you fool. All right, let's get into this. DK Metcalf and his candy diet. Damn, I wish I could. He said DK might be a genetic outlier. Dwight Howard was the same way. His eating patterns of intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, probably helps him keep in shape with his intense training. If is a good tool to control calorie intake. Intermittent fasting, he meant by if, I guess. Yes, I intermittent fast, and I would be 400 pounds if I did not. I mean, it's just simple. Calories in, calories out. Oh, you're not putting in so many because I'm skipping a meal or two. So it works. Let me give you my Dwight Howard story. I remember going to the Lakers locker room years ago. You know, I used to work for ESPN Radio, home of the Lakers. So I'm in the locker room. You know, Dwight Howard there, Kobe, all them, talking to them. And Dwight Howard was eating pregame a Big Mac. I was like, I get it postgame, but right before the game, and you know he got them bowling ball shoulders. Dwight, God dog, he a mannequin. He the Under Armour mannequin, like for real. And that sucker there was just eating a Big Mac before the game. I was like, I ain't gonna say nothing because I ain't playing. He ain't my teammate, but god dang. But to your point, some cats get away with it, and Dwight Howard certainly was one of them. DK can eat like that while he's young. And even though I'm young and pretty ripped myself, if I say so myself, 24 years old, from everything I hear, as he gets older, he might start having problems. Then again, when you mix things like fasting or really light meals in, you can still look just as good, or in some cases better than a guy that's eating straight up chicken, brown rice, and broccoli all day. Amen. Everything in moderation, including moderation. All y'all on these strict old diets. A strict diet is like somebody who trains and all they run are like 100 meters, right? I'm gonna do 10 100s, right? And then all of a sudden they started to realize the difference between, like, that's anaerobic, but then intervals. And intervals is beautiful because you don't have to do the same amount of work and distance, but because you already got revved up, your heart gonna think and be tricked into thinking it's that same distance. So instead of doing 10 100s, you know what you could do? You could do 5 20s, you could do 3 40s, you could do 3 60s, and it's less distance, but you went vroom, and then you walked it back. And while y'all walking it back without even doing 100, your heart rate like, hey bro, I don't know what this is, but I'm up there. Intervals kind of tricks you into thinking you're doing more, but while you're resting, you still have a rapid heart rate. I love when I got into intervals. Whoa, it could change your life. Deshaun Watson, a changed man. Speaking of change, dude settled more lawsuits than Phillip Rivers has kids. Y'all wrong. That stain ain't going nowhere. Yeah, the stain ain't going nowhere. I mean, you could put it way to the back of your head, way back there. But let's be real, it's gonna always be in our head. Unfortunate. The salary cap fans will never let him off the hook. Guilty until proven innocent. Yeah, what happened to our country? Because I still live like this. Raise your hand if you still think somebody innocent till they're proven guilty. And you know what's so funny? I've gotten into arguments. People have gotten mad at me. They come to me with something like, man, did you hear what happened? I was like, what happened? And they tell me, I was like, oh, that's it? That's your response? I was like, I don't know if that's true. No. Didn't you hear what I just said? Like, I read that and they said that. I was like, yeah, but they're innocent till they're proven guilty. No. Come on, man. All right, well, unless you show me the smoking gun, they're innocent till they're proven guilty. People get mad if you actually live by that. I mean, some things, obviously, like they had to do it. You know, the police caught him after a car chase, after he just was out there running and shooting at people. And that guy's different. But in general, all this gossipy, oh, you innocent till you're proven guilty. All right, we got a member right here, Marcus P1620. I think it's great that Stephen A is out there stomping to get Shannon. I'm interested to see what type of role they will bring him on for. If it's just for a football perspective, I think he should pass. But if they bring him on as a feature like they do with Mad Dog, then I think it will be a great fit. Okay, Look, it just seemed like I see Shannon on the second biggest show every day to go to the number one show, and only once a week. That don't feel like it's a step forward. Just does it. Now, it may be. Prove me wrong. But I just think Shannon got the pull like a Stephen A. in a different world. Like, Shannon, you do what Stephen A. can do. You get a show and bring in everybody else, or just put Club Shay Shay on there, make it a daily show, and then do as well First Take. I'll take that. It won't last. Stephen A. wants the ratings bump, but as soon as it appears Shannon is outshining him, he will get rid of him, especially if he has not found something better for himself. Man, him and Max didn't get along, but was that really a clear Max is outshining Stephen A.? Nah, they had deeper issues than that, different issues than that. Who else? You said that, I hear you, but who? Who was Stephen A. got rid of that was outshining him? First of all, who outshines Stephen A.? So it doesn't sound like this has evidence. Sounds a little baseless, even though I understand what you're saying. Like, he gonna make sure he the one, he the star. But what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, you ever been on a team and you the man? You ever been the MVP of a team? I asked any of y'all. You ever been the MVP? I have. Oh, I'm gonna make sure y'all know too, I'm the MVP of this team in many ways. My production, my personality, the way I roll, what I expect. Y'all gonna look out for me because I'm the MVP. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, he's all in on Shannon being a part of the roster, just not getting the lion's share of the shine. He would by being an everyday contributor. Shannon's got more juice than the part-time job he's offering. Yeah, the last part, the part-time, the once a week. Like, to do what others are doing, and let's say you got most of them. Maybe not Mad Dog. Mad Dog got a huge following. Mad Dog got his own damn syndicate radio. God dang, Mad Dog Radio. So maybe not Mad Dog, but everybody else over there I think he got.